tu wakati ambapo tutakuuliza swali, so unaweza kajibu kama tutakuuliza swali. So yeah, acha nisalimie wengine, so nisikie vile wako. So thank you, it's nice to see you. So naona pia daktari, habari ya leo?
Nzuri.
Unaendeleaje?
Okay.
Daktari, how is the
asante sana. Asante sana. Na wewe?
Niko mzuri, niko poa, nashukuru kabisa. So yes, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm very grateful. Yes. So Jed, habari yako? Mzima, unatusikia kweli?
Salama Mwela, how are you? Naendeleaje?
I'm fine. Niko mzima na yes, nashikilia kabisa, ila naweza sema hao watu wetu waliamua Jumatatu na Jumanne waanze kufanya load shedding kwa masaa mawili au ni matatu, sijui kwa nini. So sikupata memo, but imefanyika karibu wiki mbili. Yes, it has happened almost 2 weeks, and it's weird, but because they have not announced it, so I'm like, kweli kunaenda aje mbona? So even today I was very hesitant, so kufungua darasa, lakini at least hawajazima umeme. So they did not switch off the power yesterday and today, which means tomorrow they might switch off. Lakini anyways, tutaendelea tu. So asanteni sana kwa kuja. So I'm very grateful for you guys for coming. So nadhani mnafaa muone screen yangu. So you should be able to see my screen. So nilikuwa nimetayarisha darasa la leo tuweze kuangalia so that I had prepared the class today so that we can continue with the noun classes, and at least we are able to look at the class Mumi, okay? Yes, so I know Jed, you are already familiar with this, so we have looked at this class a while back. So I don't know. Daktari, are you familiar with this class?
Ndio mwalimu.
The noun class Mumi. Okay,
Ndio.
so tell me a little bit about, yes, so tell me a little bit about the class Mumi.
Mumi. This class mostly deals, wait, hold on. So like Mia is plants and Mia is plant. I think that's about as far as I go.
Yes, absolutely. So yes, so in this class we are dealing with plants mostly. So we are looking at trees and plants like this. And as you know, so most of no, I don't know, but there's some exceptions. But most of the nouns they start with an M for singular, then MI for plural, right? So we have a few examples of a few words that we can say. So the common one, we have the mti for tree, and we have miti for trees, right? So, which means we start with you, Daktari, because Darwin and Jed, they have already looked at this topic countless times. So for you, I'll see if you can read for us. Just read without the English translation. Just read from the plant all the way to down to the legs. Yes.
You said from the all the way down to legs?
Yes. So down to the legs. Okay. Yes, without the English parts, just read the words themselves.
Okay, sawa, sawa. Mti, miti, mmea, mimea, mbuyu, mibuyu, mkono, mikono, mguu, miguu.
Okay, yes. So you remember that when I said that it deals with plants and trees, but also we can see something that we don't get to see every other day. So we have body parts. For example, we have mkono. Mkono is a body part, right? Yes, mkono, it's a body part. Then also we have mguu, which is also another body part, right? So you find that we know that body parts, they are parts of the body, but you find the person themselves, they're in the class the first class, right? But now when we come to the second class of plants, you find that also body parts might be in this class because they start with an M. Yeah, so like this. Okay, so but also body parts, you find that depending with the prefix that they start with, you find that, for example, they might be in a different class, noun class, because of how they start. And they take up the prefixes of whatever they take. Like, for example, we have mkono and we have mguu. So, which means, like, for example, the mkono and mguu, or the noun prefixes, it takes for this class. Then, for example, we have kisigino. Okay, so kisigino, what is a kisigino? Kisigino is the elbow, okay, in Swahili. So let me write for you, no, okay? So this is the elbow, okay? So which means, like, do you see this? So elbow starts with a E, V, then if we have a plural, we have B, sigino. Okay, so bisigino. So which means if I'm referring to the elbow in Swahili, the elbow will take up the noun prefixes of ki, vi, cras. Okay, for example, if I say kisigino kinauma, okay, so which means my elbow is paining, so kisigino kinauma, okay? So kinauma, which means it's paining. So kisigino kinauma, visigino vinauma, okay? So like this, okay? Kinauma, vinauma, okay? So we are not yet to the noun class kiwi, but this is just to show you because we have this kiwi for this as a starter there. So it means that now the prefix, the noun prefix for these, so like the indicator, it goes to like the normal kiwi indicator for plural and singular because of that. So the body parts, they, depending with whichever class they are, they'll take up this. For example, if I go to mguu, so let's give an example of mguu using the same example. So mguu, it's one for like foot, right? Mguu, so we say una, uma, okay? So una, uma, okay? Which means the leg is paining. So which means now it takes up the noun prefix of the class me. Tuko pamoja kweli? Are we together? Are we together? Okay. So miguu for plural, miguu, ina, uma. Okay. So which means the noun prefixes for this class are u, e. Okay. So the u, e. These are the noun prefixes to indicate. The noun prefixes indicators. So we have the u, e. So we know that mkono, mguu, they are body parts, but we will find them in this noun class. Although this noun class, it's for mostly trees and plants, but not only those. Also, we have a bunch of other things, okay? And now we go to this other side. Hey, Cindy, mambo. Cindy, are you there?
Yes, poa.
Karibu. I was waiting for you eagerly. Yes, I am ready to throw you at the deep end. All right.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
okay. Yes. So you just, hitting the ground running. All right. So,
Yeah.
which means now we have these words. So I want to just read me the words without the English, like
Okay.
whatever. So just read the Swahili words from chezo all the way down to nyoyo. Yes. Read, please.
Muchezo. Michezo. Tahani. Is that correct?
Yes, continue.
Miti hani. Moto. Moto. Mioto. Moyo. Mioyo.
Okay, perfect. So
Really?
don't worry. Yes, I'm trying to see if I can check my food. I had started cooking something small. Yes. So
Did you want me to
yeah,
repeat or was it correct?
yes, so but not exactly. So from Tiani, so I told you that I know we need a lot of practice, especially when it comes to reading. That is an exercise by itself. But
Yes.
I told you, just whenever you see like this kind of a word, we have mtiani, try to separate it like this, find there where we have like the consonants, although you might need to know about the diphthongs, but mostly if you find two consonants following each other, unless it's a diphthong, you just separate it like this. So then you can say ti ha ni, mtihani. Okay. So that
Mtihani. Mtihani.
yes. Yes,
Okay.
mtihani. Then for plural, we have
Me. Honey.
mm-hmm. Yes, mitihani. Yes, so because like for example, the Swahili, it's like not that kind of a language that gets to omit syllables. I know in English we might go over the syllables, but you find in Swahili most of the time every syllable is pronounced, even if it's only consonant. So even if it's an M, you find that there's that and then it's like like when you say yeah,
Tihani.
so
Tihani.
yes,
Mhm.
tiani. Yes.
Yeah.
So then you go to the tiani. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, so like that. Then for mto, this is like two phonetics, like two syllables. So which is
So.
to.
To.
Yes. So yeah, because I always in the in the beginners class, I always avoid like going to the I remember that when I started teaching people, I used to teach them like the phonetics like ta te ti to tu, those ones. Give it like for ngombe, which is very difficult for people to nail. We go to ngangengingongu, but I don't do that unless somebody needs it. But it's an exercise by itself. But for now, you just go with the then to. Yes, to. And yes, then when we have like a consonant, vowel, that becomes very easy. So like for example, mito, very easy. Then we have moto, like the way you say moto. Yes, moto.
And me
Yes, very easy. Then this one, yes, then this one. Now this one is a little bit challenging, but now what you do, you almost do that like the way we did with the consonants. So get the consonant, vowel, separate the vowel by itself, then we go to the consonant, vowel. So which means this one is mi or to. Mi or to. Mioto. Sawa? Mi or to. Yes. Yes, then we go to mioyo, so which means this one, when you separate it, I know that sometimes I might say it very fast, so you might not get to hear the syllables, but we have mi or yo, mioyo. Yes, like arts. Yes, mioyo. Yes. Sawa? So like that. So we find that the essence of showing you these words is that you find all these words, they are not cheese, all right? They are not plants. So, but still they are in this category of me. So when we started out, we said that mostly, so the definition, they are mostly cheese, plants, but also I said it might contain some natural phenomena, some body parts, and many other nouns, which might not appear to have much in common with other nouns in this class, right? But you find all of them, they have one thing in common. They are denoted by for singular and me for plural. Tuko sawa hadi hapo? Are we together there? Yes, so these are words that I would say that everybody at least knows about them. So, Pepe, I forgot to send this note. You did not remind me, but I'll send for you in the Patreon and you can check it out later. So the notes themselves. So I'll send them later. So this one, so you find that these are the words. So of course we have more words, but for now, let's see, these are some of the other nouns that you might find in this. But now this one, what do they have? What do they have? Instead of starting with okay, only they start with the diphthong moi.
Moi.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Moi. But the plural is like it's a me. It's a mi for plural. But in terms of the singular, it is a moi. Okay. So
can you
I'll
pronounce?
ask.
Could you pronounce New
Yes.
Year for me so I could hear you? The moi.
Okay. So yeah. So I'll start with this one. So we can say moi ka.
Moi ka. Okay.
Yes, mwaka. Okay. Yes. Mwaka. Yes, mwaka. So which means now let's see, we have daktari. Daktari, uko wapi? Where are you?
Nico?
Okay, sawa. Then daktari, can you do us a favor of pronouncing these ones? So you can start from the mwaka up here until where we have midi, like the bodies. Yes. So in the middle there. So start with the mwaka, go down to the bodies. Sawa?
Sawa.
Mm-hmm.
Mwaka, miaka, mwezi,
Mm-hmm.
miezi, mwili,
Mhm.
mili.
Mm-hmm. Yes, perfect. So this one, so because it's a double I, so try to drag it like mili.
Mili.
So yeah, so it's a double I. So we have like MI, then an I and a LI, okay? So which means that if you pronounce very quickly, it will sound like midi. So you say midi. So somebody knows, you are saying plural for bodies, right? So like, for example, you are like a doctor and you find that from time to time, you might refer to this, right? So this kind of a thing. So somebody, you can tell somebody and you can say, we have bodies of the casualties. So then somebody asks you, where are they? Then you can say, mili yao iko kwenye, and now you can say in the morgue, right? So like that. So mili, yes, somebody knows that. So we can try together, you and and CD. So we can try it. Mili.
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 CD?
Mili?
Yes. Yes. You know, when the way you said it, it reminded me. There was like this kind of promo in Kenya where people used to win. It's like a lottery where people used to like win millions, right? So it was like a Kinda Mamili, but not a double I, but Mamili. So you said like in that kind of an accent, and I was like, oh, it's like we are winning millions. Yes. So Kinda Mamili. So win millions, but anyways. So back to you, CD. So you can read from here where we have conclusion down to dons. Yes.
Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mauricio,
Mm-hmm.
Mauricio,
Mm-hmm.
Moyambo, Moyambo,
Muembe. Say muembe.
Wime,
Muembe.
Muembe, Moyam,
Yes.
Muembe,
Yes.
Miembe,
Mm-hmm.
Moiba,
Muiba.
Moiba, Iba.
Like you're saying, like when you're saying amoeba, you know amoeba, like the
Yeah,
one for the body.
Amoeba, yes.
So think about amoeba, then say muiba.
Moiba, Moiba.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Plural.
And Miiba.
Okay, amoeba. Yes. So this one, so I just said a little bit about the miembe. So remember that this one, it's like the mango tree. So
Yeah,
if you say this one, you say miembe, miembe,
me and me. So the E is
mi.
crossed out. Me and
No, no, mi e be,
be.
be, be.
Me
Yes,
and be.
yes, miembe.
Me and be.
Yes,
Me,
when you say it very fast, it's, yeah, it might, but yeah, miembe, yeah.
me and
So
be.
miembe. Yes, then we have the other one for miiba, but that one you nailed it. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, so those are the ones. So
Mm,
let me see. So any questions there? Kuna swali lolote?
no questions.
Okay. Natumai hamna swali. Yes, no questions. Today I'm just passing through this one. So this is just like note, right? So like a small note. I wrote it for you guys. So we say that in the class, mwa, this is the first class, and mumi, Swahili classes or the Swahili noun classes, there is no difference in appearance between singular nouns that begin with the prefix moi. Okay, so like when we said about moi, mwaka. Okay, so also we have mwenge. You see like by the you guys, are you watching the Olympics?
I have a question.
We have the Olympics.
I
Mm-hmm.
have I have a quick question. So you have two
Yes.
classes that start with an
Mm-hmm.
M and the plural is
Mm-hmm.
different, either WA or
Yes.
MI.
Yes.
So
Yes.
how
So
do you
yes. Yes. So.
tell which
Mm-hmm.
one? How do you tell which class if you have
Mm-hmm.
a noun start with an M?
Mm-hmm.
How can you determine, do you use the ending WA or MI? Is there a trick in that?
Yeah, very easy, very easy. What do we say like this class is? We say this class specifically is animals, living
Oh, okay.
animals, human beings and animals only. Yes. So if that thing does not fall under animals or living being in terms of like with blood, it just falls under this now, the other one now.
With the plants
So
and
which means, for example,
the body parts.
yes, because yes, like because like for example, if we have like for example the teacher, mwalimu, mwalimu will be an MW, right? Mwalimu, but mwalimu is a living thing, right? Then if we want to say about like for example, a student is mwanafunzi, right? So mwanafunzi is a living being too, right? So which means they go on the wa class, the first class. So like that. Does it make sense?
Yes, so it's really based
Yeah.
on the category for the
Mm-hmm.
class. So you have to know
Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
living things
Yeah.
where people are in the MWA,
Mm-hmm.
and then everything
Mm-hmm.
else fall in the MI.
Yeah. So okay.
Okay.
So can you read for me the whole like thing that I put, it's explaining almost everything. You can read it from this, like it's a note. I wrote it like this for the students because it's explaining the whole thing. Can you read all of it? Just read it around, please.
The note itself?
Yes, all of it from here, the beginning until like to the end.
Okay. In the M/WA class and the M/MI class of Swahili nouns, there's no differences in appearance between the single nouns that begin with the argument prefix MW. In their singular form, to determine which agreement prefix the noun must take in the plural form, one needs to consider the meaning of the noun. If the meaning is describe of human being or the word for animal, like nyama or
Nyama.
insect, or insect,
Mdudu.
ndudu, the plural form will begin WA. Otherwise, if the noun does not refer to a human, animal, or insect, the plural form will begin with MI.
Ta-da. Yes.
Yeah.
So that is what the note was explaining. Literally, your question. Yes, in your
Yes.
face. But
Yeah, I should have
yes,
read. I apologize.
yeah, so because the reason why I wrote it there, it was a very interesting question when I started like the noun classes, because back in the day I was teaching like Jed and a bunch of many other students. So they were like, wait a minute, that is very confusing. Whenever we came to like the more like this, they were like, we don't understand, what do we do? So I just wrote this note because I knew that always, whenever I have it in the notes, even if you're reading on your own, you might be confused, but then you just come, okay, I don't know if you get to watch Big Bang Theory. So there's a place where Sheldon it's a meme. So he reads about some other notes made by one of the other geniuses, and he is asking himself, why? Why? He goes to page number 2, why? Then he comes to page number 4, then he is like, that's why. So that's why. Yes, after asking yourself, why? That's why. Yeah, so the moi, if it does not become, it's not an animal or a living being with blood, you just toss it out to the me class, the second class. Yes. Yes.
But it's
if it's a
funny.
living being,
But it's funny, but the body parts is an exception.
Yes. Yeah. Funny enough. So the body parts, they're all over the place. I don't know. The language is very interesting because, like I was explaining, when I said about the elbow goes to the class kiwi, but mkono, mguu, they are in this class. So very interesting though. Yeah. So anyways, I was trying to explain like this one. So I'm asking like, do you watch the Olympics? No. Anyways, I assume no. So anyways, but in the Olympics, Snoop Dogg is actually out there in France. So there's still that torch, okay?
Yes.
The torch that he was carrying, the Olympic torch that was going around the world for the last, I think, 4 years or something, but it has been going in different parts. And I hear that it has never gone off, but it's just carried across the continents. And eventually, the last destination is like where the Olympic is happening. So how would you call that torch? So that torch, we would call it mwenge. How do we call that torch in English? I'm not sure.
Torch.
So yeah. So that thingy. So yeah. So the frame, the torch thingy. So so in Swahili we call it mwenge. Okay, mwenge. So mwenge. So now, which means this one, it goes to the plural, mienge. So which means the plural. So the plural is mienge. So long time ago in Kenya, we had a party, political party, which and like of course they have changed like now. I think I don't know which, I think they still use the frame. Yeah, by Mother Karua. If you get to check in Kenya politics, the political party by Mother Karua, it's called NAC, and they use Mwenge. They use this kind of a torch. And our that president of Kenya used to, yes, use that one a lot. So it was all over their crops, like the way the Democrats and the Republicans have their donkey and elephant. So yes, Mienge. So they end those kind of battles. Yes, Mienge. So which means like Mwenge, Mienge. So it's still in this class. So just so right. So this kind of words. So I did not put it here, but you find many of them, right? Okay. So I think that clears almost everything now. Do we have any question? Okay. Okay, then we have some examples. So now we have some sentences. Some people have been very silent. So we have Jed. Jed, are you there? I'll come back to you. Jed? Okay. I'm not sure if she's here, but anyways. So, okay, let me see. Okay. So, I continue. So, Daktari, can you read for us these sentences? The first two sentences, actually, the first two sentences, like both plural and singular. So, the mti and the mimea one.
Ndio. Mti ule ni mkubwa sana. Miti hiyo ina mtunda mgeni.
Okay. Then the other one? Mmea and mimea.
Mmea huu unahitaji maji mengine. Mimea ile inakuwa haraka.
Okay. So did you note something when it comes to the verbs? I think I said something of this. So when we are looking at the mimea, forget about the localatives. So when we are talking about the verbs, did you see something in this?
Ndio. The prefix is different. The prefix in the MT, in the miti, it takes the I, and then the mamea, and the mamea takes the U and the E.
Yes, perfect. So yeah, so that is something that you should note, because the reason why I'm insisting you know this. So for example, do you see that we have the indicator? Like for example, like noun classes affect almost everything. So for example, you see the first sentence, we have ure for that, right?
Yeah.
So you see this one, so that, which is like a localative, it already took that prefix, right? So you find that it takes that. Then when we go to like miti io, so because we cannot start with an I, so this one just goes with an HI, okay? But that is just an exception. But now when we go to like this one, so it takes the I for av, okay? Yeah, so an I for av. So for the localative io, so it just goes to HI, so because it will look very weird. So, but also some bits might drop there. Oh, this is here. So it might drop there, the HI, so to put like an I, but it will look very weird for plural, right? So now they just put an HI, but H does not have a sound. So it will still sound like I, like an I peke, so Eron. So you can see that. So even for mimea, so the same way we have this one. So mimea ire, okay? So which means now this is also another declarative for those showing like a direction or where they are. you see also it has been affected. So that's why you find that noun classes are very important in Swahili because they will affect the adjective, the adverbs, the localities, almost everything. So can you see that?
Yeah.
So also for this, so this is like an indicator for like showing, like for example, when you say this, so this is also another one because like for example, if I say a person, it will be uyu, okay? So I'll put Huyu. So, but yeah, so that is just something for you to note, okay? So I'll teach you more about this, but that is just put it somewhere at the back of your mind to just know, whenever you see an U and an I as a prefix or somewhere, especially if we are going to the nouns, like a prefix, it's just, yeah. So it's this noun class. Tuko sawa hapo? Are we together? Okay, perfect. So here it is, Mambo.
Mambo, pole, nilichelewa.
Yes, so tunakupiga faini leo.
Yeah.
We will fine you.
Yeah.
We will fine you. Daktari she's at a closer proximity, so I'll find you 1 cup of coffee. So Daktari will come and take the cup of coffee on my behalf. Yes. Atakuja kukunywa hicho kikombe cha kahawa on my behalf, but anyways. Karibu sana. Better late than never. Sawa?
Sawa.
Karibu. So with that, I'll just throw you into the deep end. So can you read for us these sentences? The 4 sentences from Mbuyu all the way down to
Mbuyu all the way down?
Yes.
Okay. Mbuyu ule ni maarufu sana. That baobab tree is very famous.
Don't read the English part. Just write.
Okay. Mibuyu ile inapatikana katika mbuga za wanyama. And mkono wake ni mrefu. And mikono yao ina nguvu.
Okay, nice. But also, what can this mean? I know Jed already knows this. So this has an hidden meaning in Swahili when we say this. So this has also its own meaning. What can that mean? We know that I already put here, is or and is wrong. So what can that mean?
I'm guessing, does it mean that they're generous or something?
No.
No. They
not even
steal things?
Yes. The stealing part. So whenever you hear somebody saying, like, we have different phrasal verbs, but when we say that mkono wake ni mrefu, it means that this person is like a thief. But also when we say mkono wake ni mrefu, it depends with the context now. That the first thing it might mean like literally the arm is long, but the second meaning it can mean that the arm is like the guy likes to steal, right? Then the next part when we say that somebody's arm is long, especially if you are very powerful in the government or something, and you have the resources, and somebody did bad thing to you, and like a cartel, right? So you find the cartel can find you wherever you are. Let's say you run away from Mexico and you run into the US or you go to Canada, the cartel, they have their own people, right? So we can say that cartels, like the cartel organization, has very long arms. It means they can reach everywhere. They have the reach of all the proximities, right? So the same way. So that's why we say in Swahili, we say, serikali ina mkono mrefu. For example, if you commit a crime and you think that you won't be found, you find that eventually the government, they prosecute you. So that is also another context. Sawa? So it means like they have a wider reach. So it might mean literally the arm is long, but also it can mean somebody likes to steal, but also it can mean somebody has a wider reach. For example, a government. Yes. Like for example, we can say mkono wa serikali ya Marekani ni mrefu. They are everywhere, you know? Yes, so we can say the way we say in English, the US government's fingers are in all honeypots, so around the world, so everywhere. So you cannot be very far away from the US government. Within a radius of 200 miles, I think you are in the proximity of some US government thing, even here in Kenya. Yes. So yeah, so we can say they have mkono mrefu. So in that instance, so yeah, just get to know that, because I know that this is something that you might find in context, especially in stories, when we are trying to read many stories, and you might find that. Tuko sawa? So I think we don't have a very long lesson today. So do we have any question? Kuna swali lolote?
Are these last four all idioms?
Which one?
Are the last four all idioms? That baobab
No,
tree is
no,
very
no, 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 no,
famous? No.
no.
Okay,
So
just
I
that one.
no,
Just that one.
just this. So just an
Okay.
expression, automatic expression
Okay.
for this one. Just remembered. But like it might mean literally, like the arm is wrong. Like for example, my arm span is very wrong because I used to play basketball. So you find like there, somebody might say, his arm span is very wrong. Mikono yake ni mirefu. So trust me, my arm, it might look very small, but if I slap your face, I'll engulf the whole of your face. So very big. Yes. Yes. So you can say arm wells or teacher's arm is very long. So ni
Okay.
kubwa. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So I think that's it. So yeah. So I don't want to go to the kiwi. So we still have the kiwi down here. So I just want to look at this one, pole pole, bit of pressure, so that you can have time to process everything. But actually, it's Jima in the next class. So yes, so Jima still has body parts, parts of plants, occupations. Like for example, jicho, macho, like the eyes, you know. So they're in this class. Yes. Mesa, also the table. Yeah, things like those. So they're in this class. So we have a lot of classes. So this is Jima is a big class. So I think I'll get to cover it pole pole, maybe next week or something. So do we have any question? Kuna swali lolote? Do we have any question? Okay. So that marks the end of this, but we still have some time. So maybe another like 15 minutes, which means if you want to talk, you can still talk and do a little bit of conversation practice. Sawa? Tuko sawa hapo? Yes. So we can do a little bit of conversation practice. So yes, but for now, I don't want to pressure you with the with this stuff. It's sometimes it's